What's up? All right, episode 3 and possibly 4. I don't know exactly. We'll see what I can get to. But yeah, so if you can tell, I moved locations. I'm at my buddy's farm in his shop. So this is where it's going to be until it is painted. But today we're going to be working on getting rivets out so I can mold it. Right here, I just took this one out, but I have all of these riv nuts that they're on here for the old wide body, and the old wide body, I don't like it, so I got new ones, but I'm gonna mold the new ones on. The new ones are in here, right? So I don't want any rivets because I don't like the way they look. So I'm actually gonna switch this. Whoop. I don't like the way they look, so what I'm doing is taking out all of these riv nuts, and then we're gonna fill them in with weld, I'm pretty sure, and then we will mold the panels on and prep them and everything. So yeah, this is the only place that has them, I think. I don't think side skirts don't have them. But what I'm gonna try to do today, it's already 1:10-ish. I'm gonna try to take out all these riv nuts, and then I'm also gonna try to remount or find a different place to mount the side skirts so they don't hit the door, because right now they're hitting the door. So when I close the door, this is where the previous guy had them mounted. Like, they're not all the way up to this thing. So right now when I close the door, it makes this noise, and I fucking can't stand it. So I'm gonna try to scooch them up a bit, and hopefully then they can't hit the nuts or the screws or whatever. So I'll show you guys how I've been taking them out. I took all this side out already. So there was a riv nut here, riv nut here, riv nut down there, and one more over there. So we'll use this one as an example. Okay, so all I did was I took this step bit, and it looks like I'm only going down to 5/16 or 3/8 onto it. All right, just drilling it out slowly, and then once it starts to free spin is when you can take a flathead and a hammer. Get a longer one though. This little stubby one's kind of annoying to do, but you just put it underneath the lip, or right in front of the lip, and just hammer it in there. And then once it starts folding over on itself, you can then just push this here and hammer it down into there. And then I should be able to get it from the trunk. These ones, however, I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get those, but we'll see. So once I do another one, I'll show you the points on when to start hammering. But all right. Okay, so as you can see here, not really with the flashlight. Let me just darken that a little bit. As you can see right there, it's able to spin. Like, the whole nut spins. So then you got to fight with this thing to get it off, to get it to back out. I'll be right back. Okay, so now it's you can tell where it's separated from the high build, right? So now you can take your flathead, and depending on what size riv nut you have and all of that stuff, you can, this all needs to be wet sanded and blocked and all that stuff still. So it's probably going to get another coat. I don't have somebody here with me to hold the camera, so I'll just have to show you after. Come on a second. All right, and here it is out. It's stupid hot right now still, but let me just brighten that up a bit. Yeah, so it's stupid hot, but you can tell that it was smushed pretty damn good. It's kind of a bitch because you want to break right in between here, or you want to break the cap off, the little lip that's around this, and then hopefully it should separate from there, and then you can just rip off this top piece and push that inside. Most of these I don't have access to the back, but if you have access to the back, then you could just vice grip and then rip it off. So yeah, now I got 2 more to do. Let's get it. If you've never used one of these, the way that it works is when you're pumping it on the gun's over there, but whenever you're pumping it on the gun, it will push fluid, like whatever's in your tube, it'll push it through, and it'll go up here, over here, up here, over here, up, over, and it will mix itself. So there's 2 things. There's a seam sealer, and then there's the hardener. So it should mix itself inside of this tube, and by the time it gets to the end, it should theoretically have its hardener mixed in perfectly. Well, it didn't. So before the tube blew up, I did this hole and I did this hole, and then on this one is where it got stuck and it basically blew up and it wouldn't push any more out. But as you can see, it's been like 3 days, right? So, but this one, it's like yellow, it's a different color. This one's hard. And this one is hard. So, the way I did those ones was it got all over the gun. So I just scooped it up and mixed it around on the panel and then covered the hole. And I did that on both of them. So I think maybe I mixed it up more. I don't know. The tip didn't work. What I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna see if that stuff is going to stick. Because all I want it to do is just plug the hole. That's all I want it to do. And then I want it flat so I can mold my panels onto there. But I'm also going to mount this fender, and then I gotta take this door off to do that, but I'm gonna shape this door or this fender a little bit more because it's a little bubbled out right here. And then I'm gonna take it off, as well as my driver's one, which should be in here. Yeah, it's right there. And I'm just gonna scuff everything. And then I guess I'll take the passenger one and mock it up on this side, even though I haven't filled these holes yet, and see what I can do fitment wise. Because if I'm gonna mold it on, I don't really need to mold it all the way up here, right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it here before this bend and try to use this body line, this little curve, to my advantage when molding it. Because I'm pretty sure they cover this hole. I don't even know what that's for, but I'm pretty sure they cover it. So yeah, I don't know. I gotta mock it up and see where I can cut it. So I'm not trying to mold it all the way up by the fucking window, because that would be super annoying. So yeah, I already have this front fender off. It's been mounted, so I don't really have a lot of stuff to do for that one besides just sand it. So I'm going to put this one on, and then we'll go from there, I guess. But I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to like record because I'm by myself. But first thing I'm gonna do is turn the air on and try to see if that stuff down there is sandable. Also, sorry for the light. There's fans up there and stuff, so they're messing up the lighting. But yeah, I will let you know. All right, so here I cut this big chunk off, mainly so I can have a little bit more clearance with my wheels. I'm not gonna be running these wheels. Maybe I will for like a little bit, but I'm already at full lock, or not even full lock. Yeah, I'm not even close to full lock, and I'm rubbing on these. They're 18s, running 235, 40 18s. I do know that this has to be like pushed way out here, but it's not gonna give me any clearance. So I might end up having to trim right here. I'm not 100% sure. There is just a little bit more sanding, and there's some imperfections, you know, like right here, this little chip right there. Oop. I still need to sand this thing, and this. But like, they came like chipped up. The corners were broken. This corner is kind of fucked. And this wasn't even me. I don't know if you guys can see that. But this wasn't even me. That's how it came. So this one's not much better. It doesn't even have a point. But this one, I'm gonna have to really, really sand this. So that's a tomorrow me problem. I still got to take the door off. I got to mount that one so I can get the holes set where I need them to be. Right now, it doesn't look that bad where it's at. The hood gap is, you know, to be desired, but that's not a bad gap, I don't think. But this lines up. So that's what I want to line up. But right where it's at, this bottom body line right here doesn't line up. So I might have to take some out of that little tiny chunk down there to make it go in a little bit, which would then bring it down, but I'm not 100% sure. I brought most of my tools out here. Well, some of them I got. My impact, this isn't mine. That's not mine. That's my Dremel. And I have this little bit that I'm going to use to sand that down. But yeah, I don't know how to cover these holes. So if anyone has a suggestion, let me know. I think tomorrow after work or this weekend, I'm going to sand that one, and that one. These I think are going to be easy because they're flat. So I might be able to hit these with the DA. But these are super curved. They got the vent holes. They got all that stuff. So that's what makes it a little bit more difficult. All right. So nothing like cutting up, you know, $1,500 fucking body kit. So, yeah, I don't, with molding them, I don't think that having this piece was really necessary. It just didn't really work. Like, look at that bow right there. You see that? So what I think is I cut this off. I also cut this piece off, which this piece would have gone right here, right? So if we look at this fitment, this is all the way on up here with that gap. The fitment is fucking dog water, right? So I said, fuck that, and I cut it off. So with this cut and this top piece cut, I gotta cut like 99% of this out. But with both of those cut, now I have this. It's a little close to the door, so I might still have to shave down some of that door, but I can do that just sanding. Let me get it somewhere to where it's gonna be. Yeah, so it's gonna be about here. Look at that body line. And then the body line behind here lines up perfectly as well. And if I sand it just a little bit here and a little bit on that side, I have a lot more room up here. Let me put this back over here quick. Then I have more room here to mold, which ideally I would like to mold on this curve because it's easier to bring a higher high here, well, a lower high to a higher high up here. You know, it's easier to mold together. So that's what I'm going to do for that. I still got to do the other side, but if anyone wants measurements, when you go from the side of it, before it's cut, I either did 3/8 or I did 5/8. I don't know which one I did. I'll put the actual measurement here on the screen. But then coming down from the top of these fenders, I did 6.5 inches, right? So 6.5, it's pulling it, but you get the point. And that, I would do probably a little smidge more than 6.5, just to get it a little bit lower here, so you can actually have something to bond to. But that's neither here nor there. You can just sand it the rest of the way. It sands quite easily. So I didn't cut any off on the bottom of any of them because I need to plug that hole. So yeah, from here to here, 6.5 inches. And from here over, I'm pretty sure I only did like 3/8. I did not cut a lot off. Let's see. This is as much as I cut off. Like, so that's probably 3/8. So yeah, now fitment's all right. I do need to straighten this out, I think, or get pretty fucking close. I don't know. It's supposed to flow with the door, and the door kind of has like it's got a little curve to it, but it doesn't really matter if I'm molding it. I just need to be able to match up that body line. So yeah, but now I need to do that one. I need to mount this fender, and I need to sand all of it besides that one. And then I should be able to sand, and sand. And then I should be able to start molding. So, or well, at least getting it stuck onto the body. So that's going to be fun. Just kidding. That's going to be fucking scary because it's the first time I've ever done it. Never done any of this before. So, but I have a blast. But I will pick this up whenever I do whatever my next thing is. I might just cut the other one just to get it done with. But yeah, I'm probably going to cut the other one. Yeah, fuck it, I'll cut the other one because I don't have that much left of my little cutting wheel. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna mount that fender, which means I gotta take that door off, and then I'm gonna unmount it because I need the holes. Basically, is all I need. I need the holes made. Then I'm gonna sand them all, and then I still need to sand the pop-ups. So yeah, that's gonna be a little bit fun. I gotta figure out how to sand this. The fucking idiot before me spray painted everything, so it's kind of just a huge pain in the ass to do this, but it's whatever. We'll see how far I can get tonight. It's already, what time is that? What time does that say? Fuck, it's almost 9 o'clock. Cool. All right, well, I'm gonna get to it, and I will pick this up whenever I'm able to, really. All right, so it's been a little bit. I picked everything up, but I got this fender is mounted on now. Granted, it's only mounted there, like here, and up here. It's not mounted on this piece. I needed to mount it before I take it off so I could get hood fitment, and yeah, basically that's it before I chop it. I like this hood gap way more than this one. This one is quite large. See that fucking gap? It's like it's bent more. Because then look at this one. This one looks good. So, I don't know how I'm going to fix that. But, so far, it's looking good. It's looking all right. That one's not mounted on at all, but yeah. So, I'm going to come back here tomorrow. I got the wide bodies cut. I sanded this. This was taped off, but I sanded it down so it's actually transitioning, and because I mean it was quite the lip. You could catch a whole nail on it. Sanded that down. I also sanded the door handle. Getting in here is such a bitch to do. So I recommend don't do what the previous owner did and spray paint it, because one, spray paint's a bitch to get off, and two, getting into these crevices is fucking hard. I still got to do this tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I got to find something that's like the perfect diameter, I guess. I don't know. But I got the door handle, and I got down here, I got this body line. I got all of that sanded, besides maybe a little smidge. Nope, I got that one too. So, yeah, I need to do this, and then I'm going to take it off and probably put it on a stand and hit it with a DA just real quick, just to make it, you know, nice. But, yeah, I still might have to trim down there. But my dumbass, I stepped on my fucking cutting wheel, so I'm gonna have to pick up some more of those tomorrow. I need to sand right there, but oh shit, it's coming together. Hopefully, the next time you guys see it, I should have panels molded on, or not molded on, but at least stuck on with seam sealer, or panel bond. My bad, sorry. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. But little recap is, let me go over here. I still need to cut these some more, but I cut this panel. It's not perfect. It still needs a little, you know, sanding, but it doesn't matter because it's all going to get covered. I cut the other one. I think this side looks better. But, yeah, so it's going to sit around here now, so I should be able to mold it like that. I think getting the gas cap to fit is going to be a bitch, though, so, but we'll see. Yeah, you can tell I got in here with a different grinder, but, I mean, it's all over the place. I need to sand this door really good, or I'll just have to do a bunch of high build and really fucking work it in. But, yeah, so we'll see. I'm not going to sand the hood anymore. I might sand it just a little bit to get rid of some of these little chips and stuff, but I sanded it at home with a wood sander and not like a DA or anything. So maybe I'll touch it up, who knows. But yeah, so I'm going to end this one. I will see you guys in the next one, whoever the fuck's watching these. And yeah, I should be getting my heads back soon too. I have the motor. I guess I didn't show anybody that. Yeah, I have the motor back, the block. It's been bored out, 0.5. So 5 thousandths. It's got brand new piston heads. Still keeping stock rods. I don't want to do anything crazy. I am going to toss a cam in it. I don't know what cam. And then I'm going to... Oh, I have 243 heads. So hopefully it should do well. But we will see. But yeah, I'm going to do springs. I'm keeping stock valves because hopefully so far they look good. So we'll have to see about that. But I'm really focusing on body work right now so I can get it back to my house. And then once it's at my house, then I will do all the engine stuff. I'll probably put the head on of the head just to really seal it off, you know. But other than that, I think we should be good. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next one. If you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, don't be afraid to comment or hit me up on Instagram. Either or is fine. I get notifications for both. So, yeah, the next time you'll see this, I think that fender's going to be off, that one's going to be off, the hood's going to be off, the sunroof's going to be out, doors are going to be off, but the panels might be molded on. I don't know. Or at least panel bonded on. But we'll see. We'll see what I get to. So, all right. Peace out, boys. All right, so over fenders are mounted on. Well, they're actually, they're currently being molded on. So what I did was took some panel bond, so metal to FRP. I don't know the brand. I'll get it for you here in a second, but panel bond, and took it, went about an inch here, an inch here, inch here, all the way around over there and down there. And then took a bunch of self-tappers and screwed them in, screwed them in, screwed it in, screwed it in, screwed it in, made it all flush. Waited 24 hours, came back, took them out. Panel was super hard to the car, which it is. This fucker ain't going anywhere. Now I have some fiberglass and resin I sanded down the lip of the edge. I'll put a picture here if I have one of what it looked like when it was sanded. And yeah, so fiberglass, laid that to get rid of the little tiny small gap that there is. So then I can come back maybe tomorrow and sand this, and hopefully it starts looking good. Yeah, did that on both sides. This side is almost dry, but this is what she's looking like. Looking pretty good, if you do say so myself. Gonna do something different here, maybe Bondo or something. But I need to sand this one because it's kind of got a little bit of a lip. I say if you're gonna do this yourself, whenever you cut the body panel, cut it a little bit smaller. Cut it like down here or something, or like right before it stops with the curvature, because sanding right here, there's gonna be a huge pain in the ass to not hit this window. Unless you have your windows out. If you have your windows out, you're fine. But yeah, so this is gonna be fun. It is off a little bit there, but we'll see what I'm gonna do down there, because I'm not 100% sure yet. But it's looking okay. I hope it stays. This side is on there. This side, not so much. But it's on it right here. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Not too worried about it, but not crazy about it either. My first time doing this, so kind of had to work. But yeah, I am just getting ready to leave for the day. It's 4 o'clock. So yeah, been here for a little bit. Yeah, not really anything else worthy of talking about. Basically, just they're stuck on there. The fucker's not coming off. It is solid on there. Okay, so this is the panel bond I used. Evercoat 6045, well, 10 6045, panel bond 45. Let's see if I can read this for you here. So 2 times epoxy technology, blah, blah, bonds aluminum, steel, SMM, SMC, and FRP. The working time, 45 to 50 minutes. Clamp time, 3.5 to 4 hours. Cure time, 24 hours. So basically, put it on and then don't touch it for 24 hours. Okay? Fairly simple. There is no other way. I can't find any other way to stick it to the fucking car. So you have to do a buttload of self-tappers. I tried to do it via ratchet straps to not have to drill a shit ton of holes, but it moves the panel. It doesn't hold it tight enough. So, yep, just go and get yourself a fucking pack of these bad boys, 3/4 inch self-tappers. I got the ones with the little hex heads, so I could use my 1/4 inch impact. And this is the amount that was used. Quite a bit. So, yeah. If anyone's looking for some stock 240 front fenders, let me know. Hit me up. I'm selling them for cheap, because this one's kind of messed up. The other one's basically mint, but that one's pretty messed up. So, yeah. But I'll pick this back up once I get done sanding and stuff. Yo. So it's been a little bit. I haven't had time to come out here and work on the car, but today I hope and think is high build day. It's been probably 3-4 weeks since I last even made a video on this thing or even recorded anything on it. So my buddy's back from vacation, so he's the guy that's going to paint. I don't know how to paint, so he's the one that's going to be painting. Maybe you'll see him in a couple of the clips. I'm going to get some clips of it being painted. But all of the body work on this side, on the trunk, I got holes drilled for the wing, but all of the body work is done now for molding it to the actual, body itself. Yeah, basically all that's done. So he is working on fixing my rear bumper because this stuff is, it's almost workable now. But this is where the charge speed logo was. I don't even know where that's at, where he put it, but there's a big crack there. I did some fiberglass work down there. Another pretty big crack there. So he's out there in the tractor moving some stuff around, some scrap. But I will say, if you get this wing, I don't know what one it is, but it's basically a 326 rep. I'm not spending real money on a 326 wing, like an actual one. It's too expensive. But yeah, if you get that wing, it comes with this hardware. Well, it comes with no fucking hardware. It says it comes with hardware, but it comes with this foam shit for sealing it. And then these are locator they're little locator things that you put in there, and then you put the wing where you want it, and then you tape it to the car, and then you just drill where it was. But also, if you get this and the origin wing, or the origin over fenders, this side is way bigger than that side. So I'll show you that here. Let's zoom in. I am dead smack in the middle of this car, and you can see that the passenger side looks way wider. And that is because of the gas cap, I think. So the gas cap sits about 1.5 inches, or probably about 1 inch out. It's still actually sitting like on the body, but there isn't one on this side. So this is on the body. And this has like a little smidge of, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it does. So that's a little bit annoying. So the wing is centered off of the over fenders and not off of the car. If it was off the car, then it makes it like super more difficult. I will give you the measurements though. I'll put them on screen. Like right here. But from this little nub to the corner, the back corner, so that would be this corner, we are 60 3/4 inches from this nub to the back corner on both sides. So again, that's right here, 60 3/4. So what's going to get painted today is going to be over fender, trunk, over fender, or well, we'll just say quarter panel, trunk, quarter panel, wing, the rear bumper, front fenders, the doors, and I don't think the side skirts need to be high built primed. The doors do for sure, but the skirts, I don't think so. I think they're in pretty good condition. So I also got my windows taken out. If you're looking to get your windows taken out, it's pretty sketchy because you have a clip here, you have a clip here, and you have a clip there. And they are glued to the window, and they are used for alignment pins. So at the factory, this is what they use to align the window so it goes in the right spot. Doing it with either a cable or a rope will work. The rope and cable both snapped 3 times on this window. So we saluted to taking like a Sawzall with not a knife like this, but like a putty knife that had it would go into a Sawzall, and then just went fucking ham right here and here, and here from the inside. So going that way. It's really sketchy, but I will update you some more, probably when we're painting. Hopefully painting is next. I said that painting was going to be the next thing in the video. All right, so everything on the car has about 1.25 coats of, or passes, I should say, of high build. So that's going to be the quarters, the headlight covers, the trunk, the trunk, the bumper, rear bumper, the hood, and door. I haven't done the front fenders or the skirts or the front bumper. The front bumper is KBD, so it's kind of going to be a little bit of a bitch to do, but regardless, it'll get done. The engine bay is already done. That's been done for probably a year now. But yeah, so it had about 1.25 coats put on it, and then we ran out of high build. So just went around it with a DA with some 80 grit, really fast, on rotation. Went around the car, then I block sanded it on the actual, on the wide body part. Did that on this side, did it on the trunk, did it on the rear bumper, did it on the hood, the doors. This line on the door is really wavy. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I don't know what I'm going to do for that yet. This one's mint. So now all I got to do is go around and wipe all of them off with some degreaser, and everything should be ready for paint again today. So as I was telling you in the intro, I got some new high build. So it's MP282 PPG. It's high build 2K surface primer. Then I got some hardener, and then I got some guide coat. So yeah, so the car's already been sealed. Everything's sealed. Doors are sealed. That's sealed. Also, don't judge the paint booth. It is my buddy's shop. So before we actually spray, like, what is it? Sealer, color, or sealer, primer, something color clear. I don't know the things, but all of this is going to be scrubbed down, deep cleaned. So everything's going to get dusted. Everything's going to be clean. So hopefully I don't get a bunch of garbage in my thing. All right. So today is the start of wet sanding. So started a little before I pulled out the phone to record, but my buddy Alex did this one. I don't know if it's done. I don't think so, because it still has to get in here and still has to get these. I did the doors. I'm not 100% sure on how to wet sand with guide coat and stuff, but right here I think it's gonna hit white. Here I hit white. Basically, if you hit white, that's the like ultimate high spot. So this is too low, so it needs to either be built up or say fuck it. Here's kind of a bitch to do. I got white right there because I went too far. White right here because it's kind of on that little, curve thing. This door turned out better. I do have something that's going on right there. Not 100% sure what it is. But, it's wet sanded. I still need to get in here, but it is fucking hot today, boys. So, probably going to call it quits for tonight. It's like almost 8 o'clock, or it's 8:15, I don't know. Clock over there says 8:15, but yeah, so he's gonna come tomorrow morning. I'm gonna see what he says on the doors. He's probably not gonna be happy, but we'll see. He's gonna probably do that other fender because I don't want to do the body since I don't really know what I'm doing. I'd rather not fuck the car up. I'd rather fuck up like a door or something, you know. I'll probably hit the hood tomorrow if these are good. Once I go down here and here, he's probably gonna do the trunk or this thing, the fucking rear bumper. I'll probably do the trunk. Not sure if I'm gonna do the headlight covers, but I need to sand and clean this, my gas cap, and I think my door handles. I don't think I want black door handles, so I think I'm gonna paint match them because my mirrors are gonna be paint matched, so everything's gonna be the same color. So yeah, sorry, I'm like exhausted. This shit, wet sanding fucking sucks. But yeah, so that is this. I will I'm probably gonna end this video off here. Actually, I really need to edit. I haven't done anything. I still have the front fenders over there that are gonna need, I think, high built, and they still need a little bit of Bondo work. But and the wing's not gonna get high built, just primer, sealer, color. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end the video off here just cause, and then the next video will be laying paint. So like actual paint, like paint color, you know. And I will record as much as I can. My buddy doesn't know that I have YouTube, you know, and oh, shit's kind of cringe when you're filming in front of people that you know what I mean? So we'll see. But next video, this will be painted. So you'll see the paint color at that point. All right, talk to you guys later. See you in the next one.